Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of Mount Deurklink. Now in the previous episode I worked in this area here on the summit of the mountain, and I built this vertical drop roller coaster here. I haven't named it yet, so some people suggested a name like Absolute Zero or Sub-Zero, but I think a name which is probably more fitting is minus 90 degrees. Well, obviously it's because it's very cold here, but minus 90 degrees is also the angle at which the coaster will go down here. Okay, for this episode, well, obviously this coaster will still need a station and probably also a transfer track here. I'll need to make the queue look nice, maybe make a nice building around it here. And yeah, this area will also need some shops. So I just generally need some improvements. I also plan to make a few custom supports here, because I feel this section of track here is under supported. So probably because there's other track pieces under here. So I'm going to add some custom support here. And yeah, I will also work on a bit on the landscape here. Yeah, this is a mountain. I want it to be a little bit more rocky here. So I will decorate these edges with some volcano pieces, and I'll try to make it look really nice. Alright, I will just start with the custom support here for the coaster, and yeah, let's see how that will work out. Okay, I've now added these custom supports here under this piece of track. I think it looks much better supported now. Yeah, I removed some of the original supports. I just like this a lot better, the way it looks now. I'm just gonna remove this tree quickly because it's a bit glitchy. Now, at the bottom of these supports I also added some of these gumdrops just to act like rocks. Yeah, in general I just really like the way it looks. I also just made the path go around it a bit. And here I made this little plaza where the guests can buy some hot cocoa. And of course the center of this plaza has this vertical drop coaster which drops down here in the middle. I just really like the way this scene looks here. Okay, what I'm going to do next is work on the station of this coaster. Now, yeah, I'll have to come up with something nice. I haven't really thought about how I'm going to do the station yet, but I'm sure I'll come up with something good for it. Okay, this will be the station for the ride. Now, it's quite a simple building, mostly just a triangular roof. I did add some of these, these things here in the roof, just with some of these cogwheels behind them, kind of make them look like fans. The building kind of has to look like a refrigerator. I think that would be a nice theme for this building. I'm gonna add some more ice crystals, that kind of stuff around it. I also added some of these towers right next to the station. They don't really have a function, they're just to more convey the theme of the building, just to look at a little bit more industrial. Okay, I'm just gonna do a little bit more work on the building, but it is mostly finished now. Okay, now that the work on the station is done, I also did some decorating here on these paths. I really like how this coaster passes right over this path here. Of course it does look a little bit silly since the cars don't really have the sprites to go through these inversions. But I think this is a really nice interaction between the coaster and the path. Okay, with that out of the way, I think it will be nice to have some shops here. Or just some places for the guests to get a snack. Probably also some toilets here, since this is an area that will probably get visited by a lot of guests. Well, at least it would be if this park was real. You can actually see quite some guests walking around here. Anyway, like I said, I'll just make some nice little buildings here, just for the guests to have something to eat or drink. I think right over here will be a nice spot in the middle. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with the top spot here. Maybe I'll just leave it like this. Okay, I've now made two little buildings here. Here's a shop called Rob's Bockwurst. He is the brother of the owner of this restaurant, Bob's Bockwurst. So I think that's a nice place for the guests to get some food. I also made some tables, well, some seating areas here for the guests to sit and enjoy their sausage. And next to it, I also made a souvenir shop, because yeah, I think it's a wasted opportunity if you have a mountaintop in your park and not have a souvenir shop on it. So you can see quite a lot of guests entering. So yeah, I think that will be enough buildings for now. Maybe I'll also make a little toilet building here. After that, I'm going to do some landscaping here. I'm just going to add some volcano rocks around this area and also do some recoloring. I still want it to look snowy, but not too snowy. This area will have to look quite rocky. Okay, I think I'll make a new toilet here in the corner. And I don't want it to be a normal toilet, so I'll make it invisible. And let's see what will we hide it in. I think this log cabin will be nice. So let's call it Summit Toilets. Okay, yeah, I think I've done enough building for today. Now, I kinda still want to do something else. We just got a new patron, and that's something I want to celebrate. So our new patron, his name is Jasanden. Yeah, I really like the guy. He always makes really funny stuff in the contests. So I'll honor him and by giving him a place in the park here. So I'll make him walk around here. I hope he likes this spot here right next to the vertical drop. Alright, Jasanden, thank you for becoming a patron. And yeah, I really hope you like this spot in the park. Okay, yeah, I did quite some stuff in this episode. Started with the supports here for the coaster. I think this looks really cool. And yeah, now this part here no longer looks under-supported in my opinion. Also built the station for the vertical drop coaster and I named it -90. I think that'll be a cool name for the coaster. I made some extra buildings here and I decorated some of the paths, and in the end I also did some work here on the landscape. Now, still quite a lot of landscaping to do here, but I think this area is looking more and more complete. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and yeah, I'll see you again in the next one. See you later.